So in lines with advances in carbon emissions, we've decided to introduce heat interface units. So here we are in the energy programme where we have zoned up each apartment. So each room, we've applied a zone. So in this case, if you look at apartment number 31, each room has had the zone applied to it in the building programme. The resulting heat loss in apartment 31 is 2.09 kilowatts. So we'll be able to use that value by grabbing that zone when we place the heat interface unit later on. Otherwise, there are other options available where you can use the codes of practice recommendation based on the number of bathrooms, or you can make your completely own user entry as well. So it's flexible enough for you to do whatever you want. So here we are in the piping program. So we would have the edit general information. We put our selection rule in the usual way. We then go and insert the plant item. So we've got our heat interface unit. With the heat interface unit, broadly similar to fan coil units you're used to, you can put the depth, the width, the height in, the elevation. These heights will actually determine the pipe connection. So on the HRU further tab, if I go and select a bottom connection, then the pipe will be entered at 1.2 meters or 1200 millimeters. If I put a top connection, it's 1200 plus the top 265, so that's 1465 millimeters. So again, if I went for a top connection, that will then determine the start point of the pipe, and then you need to pay attention on the levels that you're moving to. So we have the hot water loads. These are the codes of practice values that are entered. Single outlet gives you 23.4 kilowatts. One bathroom gives you 36.7. Two bathroom 41.8 kilowatts. Three bathrooms 43.5 kilowatts. Those are the values from the tables from the COP. You have the ability to enter those yourself. You can enter your own value in there. So let's take the view that we're going to have a single bathroom, which is probably more often than not the case. Space heating, again, from the COP, that depends on the bathroom arrangement. So again, if I put a 3 bathroom in here, this changes to 3 kilowatts. Again, those are from the tables. But I do get the ability to look at the heat loss from the zone. So all I would do is select the zone from the listing. Or again, I can make my own user entry. So you can see here, user entered, fields available for you to enter whatever you want. Or you then pick that, in this case, zone 31. That's the apartment 31. There's our 2.09 kilowatts. We then place the appliance and place it in our cupboard. I would then move on to the next apartment and do the same thing. Select the HRU, put those details in if they're the same. If not, I'm going to now apply them from apartment 32. So if you are into zoning and wanting to add the collection of rooms together, it's important that you zone this in the building and the energy program prior to doing this. Otherwise, you can just enter your own value. You could actually toss up the results by hand if you wanted to, but it's a long-winded way of doing it. And then place that one in apartment 32 and put it in your broom cupboard or wherever you want to place it. We then start connecting our pipe runs. So what we do in the usual way, select my flow pipe, that sets the height, so on the top floor, move up to ceiling level, and start routing your pipe runs.